Interesting story about a gentleman at an airport. Now, I'm going to give a bit of backstory to this. I'm assuming that this gentleman, before I tell the tale, perhaps had a child from before. Now, he's married. They're at the airport, him and his wife. They're going to go see his daughter. And she insists that she's going to go to Starbucks and have a drink or something, or coffee or whatever, which is at a totally different terminal. And their plane is only 15 minutes out. She goes, he waits for the plane to get called. The plane is called, and he leaves her at the airport and goes to visit his daughter.
Cold-hearted, bro.
So
cold-hearted, bro.
I've been in situations before where women, they're always late, whether they like it or not. Especially on Sunday mornings, they're always late. Have you ever left your wife at home and just driven to the church and say she'll meet you there in the other car? And is that okay? Are you trying to? Does that prove a point, or does that take away from you as a gentleman?
Well, I would say I've never done that before, but
It deserves up.
But Mr. Fadigbe's burial, she knew how important that burial was to me. And I told her, when it's 9 o'clock, 9 a.m., if you're not ready to go, I'll get into the car and I'll drive. You'll meet me there. 9 o'clock, she wasn't ready. I took the keys. I went into the car. She ran and met me because she knew I was going to leave. Like, as a man, you have to draw some lines that, you see this line?
Don't cross it.
If you cross out, anything where you see,
Take
they
it.
can't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy wants to go and see his daughter. You now went to another terminal to buy coffee.
I mean, that's just madness.
Peace out.
That's just madness.
Nah, come on. She's taking the piece now. She's always
exactly.
taking the piece.
And the story even goes further, because apparently they had missed a flight another time he wanted to see the daughter because she delayed some stuff at home.
For real?
So if you look at the story, it's almost like she's
didn't want
consciously
him to
trying
see-
to
yeah.
avoid
Sabotage.
sabotage him going to see his
And
daughter.
I think as a man, the guy did the right thing, because when you see someone who's trying to put sand in your gari,
And you're welcome back from that short technical break. We're talking about the instance of a father and a husband who left his wife at the airport because she was trying to sabotage his efforts to see his daughter.
Obviously.
And I was already asking what the difference is in the kind of love that a man shows his daughter from the kind of love that he shows his wife. Which one is deeper? You've got a daughter, Gang's got 2 daughters, I've got a daughter, we've all got daughters. So would you say that the daughter, the love you have for your daughter, and be careful now, is stronger, bigger, more robust than the one you have for your wife? Be
can I
honest.
go first, yeah?
Yes.
I think the reason why most men are extremely protective of their daughters is because of the experiences they've had with many of
The experience they have given other women.
Other women, yeah. I
So,
think so. I think
if
so.
you're
So
a
I
bad
think
boy, you're more protective over your
it's
daughter.
not about being a bad boy or whatever. What it means is that you, as a man, know that
What's out
if
there.
you don't guide your daughter the right way and show that, you know, there's a home for you to come home to, no matter what, there's a space for you to be vulnerable and perfect and, you know, help, she's going to go towards the wrong path. You understand?
Dark side.
So a lot of men, we go the extra mile to ensure, we might not think about it, we might not say, oh, this is the reason I'm doing this, but that extra effort, that extra attention is there for our daughters.
But you know, you didn't answer the question, though.
Yeah.
The love you have for your daughter, is it bigger than the love you have for your wife?
I think there's a
You're being diplomatic again.
There's a bit of extra love for daughters.
So it's bigger then?
It's always bigger.
It's always bigger.
It's always bigger.
Do you agree?
I think it's different, though.
Tell us.
The way I love my wife is different from the way I love my daughter. But I also understand that as the first man in her life, I'm going to be the one to set the premise
Exactly.
for what she expects from men.
Other men, yeah.
So I need to set the bar really, really high. Because, in all honesty, your daughter, and parents completely downplay this thing. You, to a very large extent, you define 50% of what your children's life would be. The other 50% is up to them. So, in the real sense of the word, the software that they're going to go into the world with is from you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is it iOS or Android?
You're programming it.
You gave them that programming. If they're lucky, they might be able to delete that and upload something else, but it's pretty difficult. So I know that I have to let my daughter understand that, okay, You can't get everything you want.
Exactly.
You can never get everything you
But
want.
then there's a standard.
But also, anything lower than this,
It's a no-no. Yeah.
she knows in her soul, my daughter knows in her soul that there's nothing she cannot collect from me. And I always have to constantly remind her that this is because I'm your father. Oh. And it's because you have unhindered access to everything that is mine.
Yeah.
This is not obtainable anywhere
Where else?
else.
Yeah.
And you need to treat your children, as sad as it might sound, you need to treat your children worse than the world will treat them. Because it will.
Yeah.
And especially your daughters, you need to let them understand that you can't roll with feelings. It's okay that you have feelings. It's okay. But your feelings does not negate facts.
Yeah.
This is the facts. This is how you feel.
You have to always be
Find
objective.
the balance. You have to always... It's hard, but... And when you do that, you're creating a better world for other men.
Yeah.
Because you're raising women that understand that, yes, my feelings are valid, but logic supersedes my feeling. If I feel like I call you and you're not picking, that must be because you are... I can be busy. My phone can be dead. I might not be around my phone. Don't create scenarios in your head.
Yeah.
And then that scenarios, I now have to deal with it like, oh, no. It's very, very important. You are the one that sets our expectations from men. As much as possible, try and do a fantastic job. Because other men to make our life easier. It's not like the things that you have to deal with women. Their fathers could have corrected these things. A lot of women in the world today have father issues, whether they want to accept it or not. They have father issues.
Very true.
And they're looking for voids that nobody can fill. Your father didn't fill that void. No man can fill that void.
Many years of work on
trauma. You would die trying to rectify that. As a man, it will kill you. Trying to correct, it will kill you. And you will die, then she will move on to somebody else. And she's still not...
And she wouldn't get it right.
She still won't get it right. So, as much as possible, just do it right. Just try and balance it.
Gang, you want to put something on that?
Yeah, you know, it kind of reminds me of something I saw on social media where a guy was talking about the problem that he was basically saying that, you know, the advocacy for protecting women, that we need to stop people from attacking women, not protecting them. So you already know that women need protection. And who do they need it from? They need it from other men.
Or women.
You know? So that's why the focus to actually put more love to the daughter is there. But for me, I would say a lot of times I love my daughters more than my wife at a certain stage because if they don't disrespect me or give me any flack. At this stage. Do you understand? So they haven't gotten to that stage whereby
they're rebellious.
Exactly. You know, but with your wife, you can have these fights, have these arguments. You know, there's a certain level that you just feel as if I won't get that from the mini-me's, my mini-wife versions. You get me? So you tend to pour in more love there, especially because a lot of men actually see that women also give the kids
and you know the
more love than they give you.
Let me just say this. I think there's one thing that most women miss, wives, is that, you see, when your children look at you, they see perfection. They see that person that is better than every other person out there. And that's a feeling that a lot of men, a lot of fathers reciprocate. You understand? And that's, in fact, wives don't get it.
The first time, man, you said something that's a gem. Oh, no, honestly, I feel what you're saying there. Because
are you saying he has been shooting blanks all along?
Perhaps. But that is it. Yeah, I think you hit it.
He's on the road tonight, though.
And if most women can be daughters to their husbands, you forgive however it comes out sounding, you would find a bigger bond, a bigger
but the
connection will always be
there. The problem always, I will say this forever and ever, and I know I might get cancelled for this, I don't care. But the problem with this is that people always assume that marriage is a partnership. And I say it, I've said it before, I'll say it forever. It is not a partnership. Marriage between a man and a woman is not a partnership. What a woman desires in a man is different from what a man desires in a woman. What a woman desires in a man is someone that is better than her. You can't expect someone that is better than you to come into a partnership with you. It can't work. Be clear. Let's be clear about it.
I agree.
Like, a woman will never date a man that is on her level. They always date up. A man doesn't see it like that. You now want that guy to leave his throne
and then come down again.
Let's be realistic. And that's the problem.